So hello friends, welcome back, and in this video we are going to see the problem C of Codeforces round 691. So the problem says that we are having two percentage sequences which are A1 A2 up to AN and B1 B2 up to BM, and for each J, which means that for every B of J, what we need to find out is this thing right here, which means that we will add my B of J in every element of A and find the GCD of that new A, right? So what we will do is that, okay, if we will try to find out my this answer for every by adding every J, so it will be N into M, and that will give me TLE. So the first thing which comes in my mind is that I need to know my answer, and for every jth, which means that for every j, I will find its value in O of 1. So here the relation comes in picture, that okay, how I will find what would be my GCD. So the first thing first, the concept which is used here is the property of GCD, that my GCD of A and B is nothing but GCD of B comma A mod B, which is nothing but GCD of B comma modulus of A minus B, and it is equal to GCD of A comma modulus of A minus B. So if I write my GCD, let's suppose we have three numbers, right? So what we need to do is that if I need to find out the GCD of A1, A2 and A3, so I can simply write that same thing as GCD of A2, A1 and A3. It's same exactly. Then I can also write this as, if I keep it separate, A2, and I find the for the remaining, which means A1 and A3, and I do the GCD with A2. Very fine. Then what I will do, I will simply expand that with my this thing, which means that GCD of A and B is nothing but GCD of A comma modulus of A minus B. So I'm just expanding it, which means that I'm placing my A1 here and thus placing my A1 minus A3 modulus here. Okay, then I can simply revert back it like this, because see here I printed the thing which is this like this, right? So I can also revert back, which means that I can also write the same thing A2 and this whole thing as again like this, which means A2 and A1 and A1 minus A3 whole mod, right? Because see, earlier I was writing A2, A1 and A3, so I write A2, A1 and A3, A2, A1, and thus I expanded it. So basically I'm expanding and then writing in the initial form again. Now I have this number, right? Okay, very fine. Then I can also write the same thing as this also, because but the only thing which I had in here was I placed it here and I placed it here. So I can simply exchange numbers, like it's of no worry to us. Okay, very fine. Then I will again expand it, which means that I am expanding it as the remaining part, which is right here. So what I will do, I can simply write it as this, right? So again I expanded it, so I will write at like this. Now you can clearly see that I had my A1, then my modulus of A1 minus A2. So it's very visible that I can again write it like this, because in the initial form, which is the whole, when the GCD is just outside, right? So now you can clearly see that now my final thing, which is A1 and this number and this number. So my when how I started from uh, A1, A2, and A3. Now I have arrived to a location when I'm getting my GCD of A1, A1 minus A2 mod, and A1 minus A3 mod. And I showed you that how I reached from A1, A2, A3 to A1, A1 minus A2 mod, and A1 minus A3 mod. So you can clearly see that if I need to find the GCD of A1, A2, A3, so I can also write it as A1, A1 minus A2 mod, A2, A1 minus A3 mod. And same I can write it for k elements or n elements. So if I had A1, A2, A3, A4 up to AN, then I can also write it as A1, A1 minus A2, A1 minus A3 up to A1 minus AN, right? Very fine. Now how it will help me? So basically what happened is that I needed to find the value of this. This means that GCD of A1 plus B1, A2 plus B1, A3 plus B1. For if I, let's suppose that if my BJ is B1, so I need to find it, right? Now if I see this above relation and I try to convert this thing to the new relation I found it, then what I will do is I will write a1 b, the same thing which is this. See, uh, initial letter is same. You can see the initial value is same, which is a1. So I can simply write the same thing here, and then I will just do modulus subtraction of a1 minus a2 and do the mod. So I will do a1 plus b1 minus a2 plus b1 whole mod, which is nothing but a1 plus b1 minus a2 minus b1 whole mod. It cancels out, so it will be a1 minus a2. Now you can clearly see that I have only got a1 minus a2, and similarly I will get a1 minus a3 and so on. So you can clearly notice that the only difference in the GCD of a1 b1 a1 a2 and a1 a2 a3 and a1 plus b a2 plus b and a3 plus b is nothing but the first term, because rest of the terms are nothing but same. So for every b of I, or you can say for every b of j, only the first term will change. So what I can simply do is I will find the GCD of the remaining part, which means that from I will find the GCD of a1 minus a2 plus a1 minus a3 plus up to so on a1 minus an, right? I will find the GCD of this part, right? And I will store it in my variable called answer. And then what I will do is I will find the GCD which I wanted for every j by nothing doing, by simply adding my a of 1 with b of j, and thus doing GCD of this thing and the thing right here. So for every b of j I can do it, right? Thus I will be able to find the final answer, which means the GCD of that j, b of j, which is let me show you the code, which was this, that I would be able to find this thing, which means that a1 plus bj, a2 plus bj, a3 plus bj up to an plus bj, which means that the value of this with this whole thing, GCD of this and this whole thing, right? So what I will do, I will just pre-compute this thing because it is same for every b of j, and thus I can only change my b of j and add it to a1, and thus do GCD at every step and print the answer. Quickly show you the code. First of all, I input my n and m, right? Then I entered my elements of a. Then I just sorted it, because like you can do abs also, which means that you can simply, if you're doing a1 minus a2, so you can write the mod abs, or you can simply sort it. It's pretty easy. Then what I will do is that I will iterate from 2 to n, because as I said that what I'm doing is I'm doing for every 2, 3 up to n, right? So I'm doing it for 2, 3 up to n. So I'm doing it for 2, 3 up to n, and thus I'm subtracting my that with this a1, right? Then I will find my answer, which is ans, and in the variable ans, and then I will iterate on my sequence of b, and I will find out a1 plus b GCD with the previous answer which I pre-computed above, which is same for every b of j. Thus I can simply print my value at every step and I will get my answer. So yeah, it was all for this video, and I hope that you guys got it. So yeah, bye.